Before Askia the Great, before the scholars of Timbuktu, before the golden mosques and organized courts, there was a warrior, a man of fire, a king born from the black soil of the Niger, not to speak of glory, but to seize it. Little is known about his birth, but history remembers his arrival. His name was Sonni Ali Ber, Ali the Great, the man who dragged Mali's fading light into the fire of Songhai. Before Sonni Ali, West Africa was in turmoil. The Mali Empire, once ruled by mighty Sundiata and Golden Mansa Musa, had fractured. Its grip on trade, cities, and loyalty had weakened. The Tuareg took over Timbuktu. The Dogon held the heights. The Mossi launched raids. And in Gao, once a vassal city of Mali, the Songhai people waited. They waited for a leader. What they got was a storm. His birth name was Ali Colon. Some accounts say he was once forcibly conscripted into the Mandinka army. Others say he descended from generals. What we know is this: in 1464, he took power, and the world changed. He didn't just raise an army, he built a fleet. He didn't just make war, he turned war into ritual. Ali built a navy on the Niger, over 400 war canoes, and launched a campaign unlike anything West Africa had seen. Timbuktu fell in 1468. The Tuareg were expelled, but a city never forgave his entrance. Scholars at Sankore would describe him as a tyrant, cruel, erratic, a destroyer of tradition. 7 years later, after a siege of starvation and fire, Djenné fell too. By 1473, Ali had drawn an empire greater than any before him. Ali was more than a king. To his people, he was a magician, a symbol of supernatural strength. Why? Because Sonni Ali was surrounded by legend. Oral traditions describe him as a man with mystical powers, able to control the elements, foresee battle outcomes, and summon spirits for guidance. He was said to wear amulets and perform the ancient rituals of his ancestors. He blended Islamic rites with ancestral African cults. He prayed and cursed. He invoked the spirits of the river and the memory of the elders. To Muslim scholars, he was an infidel. To Songhai warriors, he was sacred. He repelled the Mossi, crushed the Fulani of Messina, drove the Tuareg from Walata. He didn't just win battles, he silenced regions. His power was total, and at times, terrifying. He executed allies, burned resistance, balanced fear and favor like two blades. But he built. He turned conquered lands into provinces. He appointed governors, some chosen, others spared. He fortified trade routes, grain production, and gold networks. He ruled on horseback, but his shadow spread across an empire. In 1492, the same year Christopher Columbus sailed west, Sonni Ali drowned in the Niger River, returning from a campaign against the Fulani. Some say it was an accident. Others whisper assassination, a coup, poison, betrayal. He was succeeded by his son, Sonni Baru, who lacked his father's force. A year later, Askia Muhammad, Ali's own general, overthrew him. But Askia inherited Ali's empire, the cities, the navy, the map drawn in blood and brilliance. Today, Sonni Ali is both feared and revered. To some, he was a tyrant. To others, a liberator. But no one can deny he was a builder. He did not wait for history to praise him. He forced it to remember. What can Africa learn from Sonni Ali today? That sovereignty is never handed down. It is forged. That unity does not come through compromise alone, but through strength and vision, that sometimes the world is not changed by speeches, but by warriors. Some rulers plant seeds, others light fires. Sonni Ali did both. And though he ruled centuries ago, his echo still resounds in every cry for independence, every fight for unity, every step toward African dignity. Does history repeat itself? Only when we forget who we once were. Rise, sons and daughters of Songhai, the river remembers. Do we?